Do you remember when progression used to symbolize something? It used to symbolize that you were just that much more of a no-life than the person next to you in the lobby. Hi there, this is the one boom. And today, we are messing up my intro and saying hi instead of hey. And that's okay, because we are talking about progression. And this is always a hot topic because a lot of you guys seem to buy Call of Duty for the sole purpose of unlocking everything. It's not really about positioning or winning games. It's not seemingly about variety or intrigue. It is all about the camos and the guns, and that's really cool for you. And I think I'd be okay with it. I think I wouldn't complain about it, except for the fact that it seems to influence a lot of decisions being made with COD at the moment, where people aren't as interested in the gameplay of Call of Duty because they've been playing Call of Duty their entire teenage and adult lives. So why would they care? But it seems to be that the focus is entirely on what is grindable, and that kind of sucks. Because I don't think that the entire reason you should buy a COD game is to unlock all the items in it. I think, the gameplay should come first before progression. But at the same time, progression needs to mean something, and it's really sad to me. The game is seemingly designed to almost allow players to accidentally stumble into challenges. And I'm not a huge fan of this. I don't like that I could essentially get my assault rifles platinum by accident just by playing the game, because nothing is really demanding anything of me. Now, I think Vanguard was too demanding, and you could say that Cold War was something. I don't even remember what the progression in that game was like in terms of camos. I try to block it from my memory, but the thing is in this game is that I will get a gun gold accidentally. I remember I was using the MX9, just sort of talking to a friend on Discord and playing some kill confirmed or whatever, and I just accidentally got the MX9, a gun I'm not that confident with. I got it gold. I wasn't comfortable with it, I wasn't good with it, I didn't master it, but it was gold. The one thing I will give every other Call of Duty before this one is that when I got a gun gold, I could at least say I was confident with it by the end, unless it was really just an ass gun, in which case, it was an ass gun. Having your camo challenges be something as simple as, get 50 kills, 40 ADS kills, 15 kills from behind, 40 kills with a suppressor, that's not something I have to actively aim towards. It's really sad. It's not something I have to actively go for. And then to get guns gold, just get 3 kills without dying 10 times. A 3 kill streak, really? Not even a bloodthirsty. You don't trust me to go for 10 bloodthirsties? I have to hit to be 3 kill streaks? Is this because of shipment grinding? I bet it is. I bet it's exactly because of shipment grinding. But it seems like a lot of you guys are only playing for the purpose of completionisting the game, and then the game seems sort of designed around it, and Infinity Ward caves to the begging for shipment 24/7. It caves to that begging almost every time now. And it's gotten to the point that your gold camo doesn't mean you mastered your gun. It means that you basically just used it. I feel like if you were using a gun in this game normally, occasionally mounting, shooting somebody in the back, putting a suppressor on for certain matches, and then staying alive with it after you complete the 4 main challenges, you're just going to get gold accidentally. It's happened to me a couple times in this game, and the MX9 really stood out to me because I don't play very well with the MX9. I'm not really good with SMGs in this game at all, and just stumbling into gold camo felt wrong. And now, talking about shipment, it's these challenges were designed for shipment players to not have to play too hard. On the one hand, I like simplifying the grind, but if you want your guns platinum, then you have to go get 25 long shots. And then after that, 25 headshots. 25 headshots? I can get 25 headshots in 5 games, muchacho, but the thing is, they know that. On the one hand, if they're gonna have this many guns in the game, which they have a ton of guns in this game, then yeah, okay, that's fine, whatever. But I still think that if your mastery camo's purpose, or the reason you like your mastery camo is that it's easy to get, it's not a mastery camo. It's a busy work camo. It's just you put in the time camo. And I feel like they've always sort of been that already, but I think from Black Ops 2 up to this game, seeing a gun gold meant that somebody was in some way dedicated to that gun. I don't think you could have accidentally gotten a gun gold in previous COD games. I think you kind of had to go for it because you had to take the attachments off or use all 5 attachment slots. Or in Vanguard, you had to use specific attachment combinations. You couldn't accidentally stumble into gold, which meant gold meant something. And why wouldn't you want it to mean something? Aren't we all kind of against the over commercialization, the over sort of microtransaction centered nonsense that we see in Call of Duty these days? I thought we were all against that. I thought everybody in their right mind was annoyed with how microtransaction-y everything's gotten. So why would you want one of the main iconic earnable cosmetics in Call of Duty to become so easy that I can accidentally get it? And then if you're using like shipment, or even worse, hardcore shipment to progress stuff like the Path of Ronin challenges, in my opinion, I don't think you did it. I don't think you actually challenged yourself at all. I didn't use shipment for my headshot challenges. Do you know why? Because I wanted it to mean something to me, and it does. I grinded headshots with guns I thought were best optimized for getting headshots, but just in quick play. Kill confirmed, TDM, domination, hardpoint, control, not control, bounty, that's the game mode. That's what I did. And it felt like I achieved something. Now, I did play in the close quarters map playlist to get my melee and the back kills because that made the most sense. But then the next day I see that they added shipment 24/7 back, and I'm like, well, I could have trivialized my entire challenge that way. Neat. When your mastery camos don't require mastery, I feel like that's a step down. And if you're somebody who likes to grind for the top camos, don't you want that grind to mean something? If they just make it easy so you can accidentally stumble into camos, then doesn't that just trivializes your grind, right? Like, then it's just sort of put in the time instead of actually working towards something. Like, since the obsession with shipment 24/7 really got big after obviously Black Ops 4 and into Modern Warfare 2019, and then Nuketown and Cold War, and then shipment again in Vanguard, and then shipment in this game, it's like, you guys don't want to play Call of Duty, you want to unlock all the stuff in Call of Duty, if that makes sense. And I don't care about your camos anymore. I don't care when I see somebody with polyatomic or gold or platinum or even Orion. It's like, if you're using hardcore shipment or just shipment or shoot the ship and you're just grinding, like, not only did the game make this easier on you so that you wouldn't have to use shipment, you use shipment anyway. So progression is tough to balance because you don't want it to be too tedious, but the less tedious you make it, the less the reward means. So using gold is no longer a symbol of jack shit. It doesn't mean anything anymore. I don't care. Now it's a streamlined, like, line of progression instead of, you know, obtainable goals that represent skill or dedication or mastery over a gun. And maybe I'm sounding like an old fart or like I'm taking it too seriously. I just think that if a challenge is too easy, whether because of the shipment 24/7 playlist, shoot the ship, or just making the challenges easier in general, if the reward is that easy to come across for those reasons, then it doesn't represent anything anymore. It just sort of scratches that OCD itch we kind of have when we were progressing in Call of Duty. And it's like, well, I got this gun platinum, I should get everything else platinum, right? Like, I got this category gold, I should get this category gold next. Like, I should at least, you know, round out these challenges or whatever. I think a lot of us have that compulsion, and fine, if you have a compulsive need to complete things, that's great. But just know that Call of Duty used to still have that, but it used to mean something at the same time. Not meaning anything, but still doing that. Hopefully it makes sense why I'm complaining. I hope it doesn't just completely go over everyone's head. I'm not saying you have to agree with me and have the same concern I do, but hopefully what I'm saying makes sense, right? That this used to mean a little bit more. Making it mean a little bit less is a little bit sad. It's as simple as that. That's the end of this video. I don't know. Just kind of want to get that off my chest. Stumbling into gold camo in a gun I don't like and I'm not good with just felt kind of gross, and I wanted to vent about this a little bit. And honestly, now that this is over, I'm gonna go play shipment 24/7 with a double XP token active and finish leveling up my shotguns and my X13, and then I'll be ready to review subscriber classes because everything will be max leveled. And it's sort of mindless and kind of sad, and well, anyway, see you later.